Good morning, everybody. Dr. Freedom here with you from the parking lot where I manage, I think, to nail the very last handicap spot in the area. Wow. You see, the problem is we got other shifts that come in before us. Heck, half the time, most of these cars don't even have a validation sticker. Yet, allegedly, they're cracking down on us. Yeah, meanwhile, my car got tagged and I have a validation sticker. Ugh. Craziness upon craziness. Um, yeah, apparently they've got some more filming that's been spotted. Over there in Wales. There's a bunch of storefronts that have been made up to look like stores in London. Millie Gibson's been spotted. So far, I heard Shooty was spotted earlier, like last week. Um, I love how ours. Yeah, you got RTD trying to claim the budget really hasn't increased, and I'm like, so let me get this straight. You've got BBC, you've got Bad Wolf. Now you've got Disney Plus going to stream your show. Matter of fact, we now have heard that Disney Plus is making suggestions, yet you're trying to tell the general public that you're not getting any money out of this for the show, budget-wise. Come on, you've already seen the cinematic trailers they've been putting up, where they're really working, on the quality of the thing, like they did. And that's why I died laughing. People were throwing fits about how Chibnall's hero looks on screen. Dude, that's because they were throwing a lot of money into, HD and 4K, all that stuff. They give it a more theatrical, feel, and they're doing the same thing now with the current, especially from the trailers we've seen. And I'm glad someone brought up in an argument yesterday that no, RTD did not issue in the Disney Plus deal. That was going on. Like I said, you remember I reported on it because part of that leaked out months ago. Well, heck, I think almost a year ago. I have to go back and check my videos that they were in talks with Disney Plus. So, but yet everybody thinks RTD's riding in on that white unicorn stallion to save the show from the evil. Folks, you ain't seen nothing yet. If they were trying to claim that there was hidden political stuff, by the way, that's been in Doctor Who since Hartnell. There's always a hidden meaning. There's always a hidden jab at the powers that be. That's the way it is. Virtue signaling. Well, I can show you examples of alleged virtues or whatever. I love how there's name calling for everything now. My gosh, it makes me flash back to when my one teacher taught me about groupthink. Oh, and that was back in like middle school that they were warning us about this stuff. Some of my teachers were. That was going to come down the pike. Ugh. But like I said, yeah, Millie's been spotted. I think they said this is taking place in Newport. I'd have to go back and double check my notes on that. But yeah, they've noticed there's a couple of storefronts that have been redressed to look like stores in London. The only thing that's also disturbing me is they're trying to keep everything so top secret that there's, from what I'm hearing, yeah, from what I can tell, this is going on today. Some of these reports are as, I think the one I looked at a little bit was like 13 minutes ago. So add that to now, about a half hour ago, that post was put up. Like I said, the thing that's disturbing me is I'm not seeing any fan interaction. Okay, yeah. All you have to go to Twitter, go to Hashtag DWSR. You might have to wade through a bunch of stuff because um, for the past few years you've had certain little bloodheads. Yeah, or follow Doctor Who Production News. Thank you very much. If you want paperwork style stuff, follow Ruther 2. Because Ruther 2 tends to find a lot of things, from behind the scenes. So, yeah, well, they're trying to use the classic, well, they're trying to keep everything top secret, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, yeah, and they're trying to keep everything top secret for how many years yet? You still had, Tenet was interacting with the fans, Capaldi was interacting with the fans. Jenna did after she got drugged over there by Peter. Of course, Jodie, until the COVID, I died laughing. People were trying to say she was, not an ambassador to the show. And I'm like, guys, the only reason they didn't have any fan interaction during Flux is because they were on COVID restrictions. The whole crew was basically sequestered for the entire time of filming. Yeah, I know that screw up with putting John Sim in the end of the end of the series trailer at the end of the first episode of that one season. That was just dim-witted tomfoolery. It's like nobody knew who he was. I knew, of course you'll have certain little Wayland kids who claim that they knew who it was. MW. They didn't. Nobody knew who John Sim was playing. They didn't know it was John Sim when he was in makeup filming that episode. That was World Enough in Time. But no, John Sim's not been cited on SPET now. That's what you think. Oh, okay. But I'm talking there was no leaks about it. Because when he was on set, the whole time John Sim was on set for World Enough in Time, he was in makeup until he went into his the trailer and they took it off. And by the time they got done taking it off and all that, everybody had dispersed. So that's how he was able to get him in there and get him out clean. Because he'd have to show up way early to get into makeup and then leave way late to get out of it. So nobody on set recognized him. Because there were pictures of the set with him and Pearl Mackie, and nobody knew who that was. But that's a long time ago, that set. But yeah, of course all we got so far is the bug creature. There's been a lot of people saying it reminds them from a cover of the Iron Legion series of comic books. I'm really hoping that RTD's return isn't just going to revolve around a bunch of comic book stories. Because they've been complaining about having Susan back on the show would be a nostalgia move, and none of the younger fans would know or appreciate who she is. One flashback sequence. One. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute, and you can flash back and explain who Susan was with a montage. They did that with Nicholas Courtney as Brigadier back when he appeared in Modern Undead. Yeah, they're talking about the Tractators, from Frontios. I've been staying at, but I don't think it's the Tractators. Now, it's the color scheme seems similar. The way they've done the shell and all that is very similar, but no, it's not the Tractators. Tractators didn't have how many arms, plus the Tractators had the antennae on the head. This doesn't. Well, like I said, they keep, you've got folks out there jumping up and down going, well, they wouldn't know who she is. Yet meanwhile, they'll have her picture on a desk with River songs back in the pilot. And I'm talking the episode, the pilot, with Peter Capaldi, Pearl Mackie, not the pilot episode. Okay, well, yeah, the Meeps and the Wraiths are, someone put up a picture of the cover that it reminded him of, and it does look somewhat like that creature that's on the cover of that comic book. But okay, I didn't tell you the good news about Saturday. Saturday came in. And we talked for a bit in the morning time, and then I went in to go to work. Now, we have a system where if they got enough people, sometimes they'll ask you if you want to go home or not. And I literally I was getting ready to start the first job of the day when someone came up and goes, "You're the person going home, right?" I go, "Yeah." And the next thing you know, I was out of there by like 6:15. So I got to go home, get caught up on my sleep, work on some other stuff, and spent most of the morning napping. Okay, sorry, I missed that last bit about college. It'll pop back up again here. Sometimes okay, wait a minute. All right, you have your first college exam in 2 hours. The most important thing with exams is to relax. I hope you got enough sleep the night before. That's very important, because it's when you stress your mind out that you start forgetting things. Matter of fact, I heard there's a thing where if you eat hard candy while you're studying, it helps, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. But don't overstuff it. Don't just take a deep breath, relax. It's scary what you'll remember later on down the line. It really is. Okay, folks. Well, it's about that time. I got to go running into the building here. So remember, take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind, be calm, be safe today as you go through your day. And hopefully we'll be seeing you all in the near future. So take care, everyone. Have a great Monday.